My name is Mackenzie Childs. I am 25 years old, and I'm the president and CEO of my own company that I have the pleasure of working with Mr. Springer. And I'm truly happy with where I am. My father's not really been a big part of my life. He's never actually been there to support me. If my dad had been there for me, I probably would be more confident in myself, and I probably wouldn't care so much about what everybody thought about me, because as a little girl, I never really had someone there to tell me that I was everything that I could be, or that I was awesome, or I was pretty, or anything like that. So I'd probably be a little more confident in who I was. I'm proud of you. That's the most important. Those are the only words I ever wanted to hear, was I'm proud of you. I was at a place where I had an opportunity to competitively swim for a Division I school up the road in Denton, Texas. I was a National Honor Society officer with impeccable grades. I had many friends. From the outside looking in, and that 17-year-old may look like she had it all together. But from the inside, I can tell you, my teenage self was in a constant state of chaos and uncertainty. I was uncertain about the relationships that I had with people. I was uncertain about taking risks alone. I was uncertain about my confidence in myself. I do want to tell you about how wonderful, the people in my life are. My mother, she stepped up, claiming 2 roles, and that was hard for her. She had another child as well. Mr. Springer, who stepped up and gave his time to make sure that I was loved, valued, and complete. And I did not fall into the statistic, as they say. However, shortly after that video was taken, I was fast approaching what could have been one of the worst decisions of my life. Now, as we go back to my dad, he wasn't always gone. It took until I was 11 years old to really see what was going on. And I've always been an intuitive child, always looking for what other people are doing, and Springer will tell you, because I turned out to be a behavioral analyst. So you can imagine as an 11-year-old what it was like to live in a household that you could tell there was turmoil, but you couldn't really put your finger on it. The night my dad left, I watched his white truck pull out of the driveway and into the darkness. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever cried that much in my life. After that night, there was a whirlwind of visitations. Friday nights packed up and ready to go with no dad in sight. As I grew older, I found myself resenting him more and more as I realized that he couldn't be the kind of dad that would show up to a major event. Sometimes he came, but it was mostly for him to claim responsibility for how great his parenting was, so that he could seem to the outside world that he was a great dad. But in reality, it wasn't true. I can say that now I have found ways to help these feelings of insecurity and allow myself to be truly happy. I'm encouraged by all those that want to be the dads that I never had, and that keeps me moving. I cannot imagine the woman I would be with a great dad to help me through. Yes, all of this seems really gloom and doom, but I have definite strengths because of this. I understand it is the mission of Suit Up to show how one man can make one difference, one generation at a time. That daily active devotion is key to embodying this mission. It only takes half the battle to show up, and then what you do with that is the rest. One day at a time, lives can be changed because the dad stuck around.